Should I hear something? Oh, what was that?
Shh.
I didn't say anything.
Shh. Shh.
Roger. Roger.
Shh.
Okay.
We can hear each other. We're just introducing
A
phenomenal phoneme.
phoneme.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Phenomenal phoneme. It is shh. Indeed. The shh sound.
Yeah. We've also got a word of the week. It'll be we've got a couple, obviously.
Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
One each.
Actually, a couple that I think we're going to be talking a little bit about because I think they're quite interesting words. They've got a lot of things we can talk about behind them. Then we've got
Interesting idioms. We've got a very good interesting idiom for you guys, and the history of where it comes from, why we use it, how we use it. Because in a majority of English-speaking countries, we use idioms a lot. So
a
it's good
lot.
to, a lot, indeed.
A lot.
Indeed. And then, what do we have?
Going to have a little bit of a laugh, hopefully. Or maybe more of a groan. We shall see.
Yes.
And then, yes, something that's a pain in the neck for a lot of people, particularly when learning English phonetics and English pronunciation of words, the silent letters.
Word goblins. Yes. And there they are, goblins indeed. One of the biggest goblins, I suppose, in the English language. Silent letters.
One of the biggest pains in the neck. Pains in the neck, yeah. In fact,
that's another idiom, a pain in the neck. There you go.
Yeah, true. We're going to try a couple of tongue twisters that we haven't really looked at before, so they're going to be new ones for us at least. So
that's going to be funny.
we'll see what happens with those.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I need to do a bit of a warm-up first, maybe. I don't know. We shall see.
Yes. Vocal warm-ups. Right, okay, so let's move on to the next section, which is Name That Sound.
Let's have a listen. Well, if you haven't guessed from that, just picture the scene. The sun just peeking over the horizon. And who's there to welcome it? With a grand vocal performance? Our feathered friend, the morning maestro, with a crow that's part wake-up call and part symphony. Music to some people's ears, maybe not to everybody's.
Can be annoying, I think, at some point. Yes, flirty feathers. When love is in the air, he isn't shy about showing off. He struts his stuff, puffing out his chest and serenading the ladies with a song that says, "Pick me, pick me, pick me."
And only me.
Yes, indeed. Well, with these clues, who wouldn't have guessed the rooster? That's right, the rooster, also known as a cockerel.
Cockerel.
Or a cock.
Or a cock, depending on what you're trying to, whether you're telling a joke or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, there we go.
I think the interesting thing here is what sound does a cockerel make?
Yeah, well, definitely when I was a child, we would say cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Which is what English people say, but that's not what they say in other parts of the world. Where we're based at the moment, here in Italy, they say kikeriki. Kikeriki.
It does not sound like kikiriki. I mean, no. For me, that is just ludicrous. Kikiriki. No, it's cock-a-doodle-doo. No, definitely.
Well, I've just got a list here, so I don't really know these, but from what they're saying here, in French they say cocorico. Cocorico. In Afrikaans, kukeluku. Kukeluku. Kukeluku.
Kukuluku. I like that one.
Kukeleku.
Kukeleku, kukeleku. It's better. It's better than
That's
the Italian.
also Dutch. That's Dutch. That sounded more Dutch to me. The kukeliku. Yes. What do we got? Coco. Coco. Latin, apparently. Who would have known? And there are some other ones. Coccora coco.
Cucaracha, la cucaracha. That sounds like that.
Anyway, it seems like every language or every culture has its own way of saying the cockerel sound.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a couple of facts for us. Early bird gets the domestication prize. Right, so picture ancient humans in Southeast Asia over 8,000 years ago. I'm thinking, yes, 8,000 years ago. Hey, those jungle fowl are pretty neat. Let's bring them home. And thus the world's first poultry farmers were born. Forever changing breakfast options everywhere. So yes, Asia, 8,000 years ago.
There's a lot of superstition surrounding roosters as well, doesn't there? Back in ancient Greece, if you had evil spirits knocking at your door, who would you call?
Ghostbusters.
Rooster. Roosterbusters.
Roostbusters. Roosterbusters.
Yeah, the birds were believed to have Apollo-level powers. Can you believe that? Apollo. Protecting homes and farms from all things spooky, from all the weird and wacky things that go on.
Okay, so if you have a cockerel, or sorry, a rooster, depending, what you like to call them, in your home or in your garden, so it wards off evil spirits. Is that what you're saying?
Apparently so. I mean, I haven't had one, but don't think I've had any evil spirits in my home, but maybe I have.
I've heard that about the cat, actually. I've heard that the cats can do the same kind of thing. I think it was in ancient Egypt, but I don't know that one for sure. But I have heard that there is the cats. They do something like that as well, warding off evil spirits, or if they can see spirits that we can't see. Because I definitely notice, because obviously I have a cat, and you have one too, that you start seeing the cat like dancing around and looking at something that's not there, and you think, what was she looking at?
So you think it might be something?
Yeah, well, we never know.
Could be, I suppose. Could be. Maybe that's why we're okay. We both have cats.
Well, yeah, depending on the meaning of okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely okay. Right, what have I got next for you? Sorry.
I have a chicken story, if you want to hear it. It's not a rooster story. It's a chicken story.
Why not? Let's hear this chicken story.
When we first arrived in Italy, we had a little bit of land and what have you, some olive trees and things like that over in Abruzzo, on the middle east of the country. And just one day we were working on the garden and heard this commotion. And our neighbor was holding two chickens by their legs over the fence, saying, here you go, have to take these. And we said, oh, fantastic, wonderful, we'll have some fantastic eggs. She said, no, just wring their necks, and they're for eating, they're for dinner. For
Brutal.
Yeah.
And?
I couldn't bring myself to wring in their necks, so I quickly built a little hutch for them, and we had wonderful eggs for months and months and months, actually years.
Oh, so you kept them. Oh, cute.
Kept them, yes. Don't think I'd ever get a rooster, though. I think I'd make too much noise in the morning. I'm not a morning person.
Well, actually, funny you say that. Imagine waking up in ancient times without an iPhone or an alarm clock. This is how they used to do it, Roosters were the natural sort of alarm clock. So they basically crow at the break of dawn, or the crack of dawn, if you like. So thank goodness for roosters, or the OG wake-up call, as you can say, the original wake-up call. They've been crowing at dawn since before snooze buttons were ever a thing. And in fact, my dad used to have a small farm in northwest Scotland, and yes, I had to feed the chickens, and it was my job. And the cockerel used to wake us up. Absolutely, and it was part of my job before school to go feed the chickens.
He was
Wind,
shouting, my birds
rain,
need feeding. Come on, Raheem, come out.
No, yes, I know. I used to. I mean, in the beginning, I used to love it, but then I used to hate it because I would have to do it. It doesn't matter the weather. I had to go feed the chickens. Oh dear. I mean, but yes, eggs. Yes, please. And I do love chicken meat. Okay. What else do we have? Well, anything else relating to the rooster?
I think we've cooked him.
I think we've cooked it. Exactly. We've cooked it enough. Right, it's time for Phenomenal Phoneme.
Phenomenal Phoneme.
Exactly. Right, so as we've said today, the phenomenal phoneme of today is sh. The phoneme is represented by the letter combination S, H, okay, in the English language, and is produced by placing one's tongue near the roof of the mouth while letting airflow out with a sort of hissing sound. Practice saying words like sheep, fish, and shell. Okay, so we have some words for you today. Ship,
ʃɜːrt,
shoe,
fish,
wish,
brʌʃ,
shell,
rush,
dish,
flæʃ,
cash, marsh,
push.
wash. So, I've got a little weird one for you. Shush, when you're telling someone to be quiet, shush, shush, and shisha have two sh sounds in the word. Now, I would like to challenge the audience, obviously, to get back to us if you can find any other words that have more than one sh in it. Shush and shisha.
Any others? I'm not sure that there are any. I think that's a difficult challenge there, Raheem, you said.
I think so. I think so. I mean, I couldn't find more than two. So, but just coming back to the words shush, telling someone to be quiet, shush. Do you know what shisha is, Roger?
No idea. Tell me, Raheem.
Well, I believe it started in the Ottoman Empire or the Arab world. Shisha, hookah pipes, smoking the shisha, smoking through water bubbles. Generally, they have flavored tobacco, and you smoke shisha. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's becoming a big thing nowadays, where people go to shisha bars and smoke shisha, drink tea. Yeah, it's quite a luxurious thing to do. Shisha. It's not my kind of thing, but yes, it could be someone's.
I've never actually tried that out. So, I mean, I know
well,
they
I
do
recommend
exist.
trying it once in your life, definitely. But it's smoking, so it's got that negative side to it. But it's smoking in a sort of luxurious way. It's flavorsome. It's like the vape, you know, the ancient vape, basically, with fruit flavors and whatnot. But it's a tobacco product, so I don't recommend it. But here we go. Shush and shisha. Right, where are we going now?
Word of the week.
Yes, Roger, the word of the week.
You have
So-
your word first. We got two nice words, I think, this week. Rather, they're quite long words as well, and kind of exciting words in the sense of how they sound. I like the way that they sound when you pronounce them, particularly the first one.
Are we ready? Right, so my word of the week is effervescent. That's effervescent. You can describe someone or something that is lively, bubbly, and full of energy or enthusiasm. Let's strive to bring an effervescent attitude to everything we do this week. The
Yeah,
word
let's try.
effervescent Well, yes, I do try. I do try. So the word effervescent has its roots in Latin. Now, let's see if I can say this one right. It stems from the Latin word, here we go, effervescere. I think I said it right. Effervescere, which is a combination of ex, meaning out, and fefesere. Let me try that again. Fervescere, fervescere, meaning to begin to boil. Originally, it was used in sort of a literal sense to describe action of liquid bubbling or fizzing, particularly due to the release of gas. Now, over time, the word evolved to also describe metaphorical bubbliness. Bubbliness, I like that one. Bubbliness. or liveliness in people or things. By the late 18th century, effervescent, oh gosh, it sounds so wonderful. Effervescent had gained its figurative meaning of describing someone or something as lively, cheerful, or full of energy. Yeah. Today, effervescent is commonly used to characterize a person's personality, demeanor, or even a sparkling beverage. Now, I don't know if you do this, but sometimes I buy these vitamin C tablets. They're quite large, like 1,000 milligrams, and you pop them in your glass, add some water, and it starts bubbling. And I think they're called effervescent tablets. So there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of an onomatopoeia, isn't it? In the sense that the way you pronounce it sounds like the actual sound that certainly if you're thinking of like the tablets there, or what I always think about is champagne or prosecco. We are in Italy after all. The effervescence when you just open a bottle of prosecco and you pour it into the flute, and you hear that sound. Yes,
it was like a almost actually relating to our phenomenal phoneme, that sound.
Yeah, I suppose you could use that, couldn't you?
Yeah, there we go.
We don't have I don't have any champagne with me. Where's the prosecco? We need to open a bottle. We should have. Nacho, we should have prepared ourselves and opened a bottle of bubbly at the same time. Goodness me. That's bad planning. We've got to do better next time, Rahim.
Okay. Effervescent. Here's how it's broken down in the phonetic symbols. So we have as in bed, f, there's the schwa again. The schwa. Always creeping up, that schwa. Sneaky little schwa. So yes, effervescent. Effervescent. There we go.
Effervescent. Say it again. Everybody together. 3, 2, 1. Effervescent.
Effervescent.
What a wonderful word. Yes. And let's try and be effervescent. The word of the week for me is resilience.
Ooh,
resilience. Refers to the ability to bounce back from adversity or difficulties, to adapt to change, and to overcome challenges with strength and determination. It's a quality that empowers us to persevere in the face of setbacks and to emerge stronger, hopefully, from difficult experiences. So we're all, to a greater or lesser extent, resilient in our lives, aren't we? We kind of have to be as human beings, as creatures. I mean, animals are as well, the ones that survive. If you survive, you definitely have to be resilient.
Well, survival of the fittest, isn't it? Yeah.
So they say. Fittest in many different forms. The word comes from a long time back, from the Latin, as a lot of words do. Risalire, or resilire. I'm not quite sure how I pronounce it in Latin. which means to rebound or to recoil. Yeah, a little bit of elasticity in our character. This term was derived with the prefix re, meaning back, and the verb salire, meaning jump or to leap. In fact, it's the same in Italian. Salire, salire a bordo, get on board, jump on board.
All aboard!
Exactly. Its original sense, resilience referred to the physical property of a material or object to spring back into shape after being bent, stretched, or compressed. So you know those bands that you use when you go to the gym, or an elastic band which you tie around some paper or something to keep it all together.
Or like me, you flick it at someone.
Do you do it around your hand, like pointing it
like a gun?
this?
Well, yeah. Well,
Like
I used to do that at school. Yeah, you used to do that and you go, or was it like? Well, that's it. It was, you do that and it would go. But I mean, for me, it was never so accurate and it wasn't as powerful as actually pulling it back, like sort of like a mini bow, and then aiming and then pow, letting it rip.
And if you didn't hold it correctly. And if you didn't hold it correctly, it hit your thumb or however you were holding it.
Backfired!
You'd be more in pain. You'd end up more in pain than who you were trying to do.
Well, you learn quick as a kid. You learn quick. Yeah.
Certainly, resilience is talked about a lot in terms of all these coaches and what have you. If you're into watching all the videos, self-help and so on and so forth, resilience tends to be a cornerstone of what they talk about. You can also think about resilience in terms of communities or societies need to be resilient. So resilience in many different sort of forms. Coping with stress, coping with, I don't know, all sorts of problems basically that life throws up.
Well, I know. Yeah. I mean, this people do say, "Oh, life is getting easier," but I don't think that's quite true. I think we just have different problems, and you need to be resilient in life. You need to have a thick skin. I believe that's another way of saying it. To be resilient in this modern world that we're in.
Need to have a bit of elephant hide.
Yeah, that's thick.
Yeah, exactly. Pronunciation? Resilience. Resilience. Very nice.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good word. Resilience.
All right. Interesting idioms.
Right, I've got a very good one for us today. To hit the nail on the head.
Doing.
Right, so this expression, that's when you miss. Yeah, so there's another idiom for that, of course. But yes, today we're using to hit the nail on the head. Now, this expression means to describe precisely or accurately the main point of an issue or situation. Now, it's often used when someone makes a statement or observation that perfectly captures the essence of what's being discussed. The origin of this idiom is thought to have come from carpentry. So you can imagine, of course, hitting a nail with a hammer, boom, and yes, where hitting a nail on the head is necessarily to secure it firmly in place. So, thus hitting the nail on the head metaphorically implies hitting the main point of something with accuracy and precision. And not your thumb.
Definitely not your thumb.
Which just does happen.
Also, if you hit it all skew-if. Oh, there's a good word. Skew-if. If you don't hit directly on, the nail's gonna go in a different direction, possibly split the wood, or you bend it, which is what happens to me quite often. And you bend it over, and then you're, oh goodness, you got to take it all out and start again, type of thing.
Start again. Exactly. Yeah, it's terrible.
So you definitely want to hit the nail on the head first time.
We used to have challenges as kids. we would have like a small trunk with some of my mates, and we had a couple of hammers, and we had these sort of really large nails, a few inches, and we would sort of tap them in so they're all equally lined, and then with all our might we had to whack it. You only get one whack, and then you sort of measure it to see how deep it goes in.
It's like one of those,
do,
like at the fair where you've got to hit the ball as hard as you can to see how strong you are.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Exactly.
Okay.
It's but it's not to do with strength. It's more to do with technique and accuracy. So to hit the nail on the head, with the perfect amount of force, and try and getting in as deep as possible. And yeah, as you can imagine, you're missing the nail, and it's going sometimes. It's quite dangerous actually.
Yeah,
but,
I hope you were wearing safety goggles.
Things
there,
that we used to. No.
Don't think about things like that when you're
But
kids.
the things that we used to get up to in the countryside when we were kids, there's not that much to do, and we used to make up these strange games, and that was one of them.
Couple of examples where we can use
Right.
this idiomatic
Yeah,
phrase.
I think so. Okay, here we go. When Tim guessed the secret ingredient in the cake was beetroot, he really hit the nail on the head. Yes, beetroot. Yes. It makes fantastic cakes as well. But who knew beetroot could make a dessert so delicious? Like my cousin, she makes beetroot cakes. And honestly, when I first said, what? Beetroot? I tried it. I was like, I'm a fan. It's fantastic, my friend. Like carrot cake, beetroot cake. Fantastic.
I have to
really.
try it.
I definitely recommend it.
I have to try some. Mary's joke about Mondays being like a bad hair day for the week really hit the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the struggle of starting a new week. Yes. If we could see that
There you go.
we're not recording this on a Monday. We got fantastic hair.
When Grandma said that the key to a happy life is a good cup of tea and a cat on your lap, she really hit the nail on the head. It's like she's living in a cozy, wisdom-filled paradise. Good old Granny.
Yeah, very English that, isn't it? Good old cup of tea. Yes,
Cup of tea.
solves all the problems in the world. Want a cuppa?
Yeah. Cuppa. Or another one. Cup of cha. Cup of cha.
Cha. Do you know the
Cup of
difference
cha.
between
Yeah.
tea and cha?
Tell me. No.
Tea was delivered by boat, and cha came across land. But it's essentially the same
Did
thing.
not know that.
Why there was a definition, I
Well,
don't
yes,
know.
yeah.
Maybe it took longer by land or something. I don't know. Tom's suggestion to add sprinkles to the pizza was bizarre, but surprisingly, it really hit the nail on the head. Who knew savory and sweet could work so well together?
Well, I mean, sprinkles. The sprinkles that you put on a cake. Is that?
I guess so. That's the example.
Well, I'm really sorry to any Italians that are listening to this, because they will shoot you. Sprinkles on a pizza. It's like, what do they say? The pineapple on the pizza. Oh gosh, the Italians hate that. Sacrilege. Yes, it's not something that is done in Italy. No, definitely not. Samantha's idea to organize the office supplies by color may seem quirky, but she really hit the nail on the head. Now the supplies closet looks like a rainbow wonderland. Hit the nail on the head. These examples playfully demonstrate how the idiom can be applied to various situations. From culinary experiments to office organization, while still capturing the essence of hitting the main point accurately.
Very nice. Ding ding.
It's Jolly Jokes. Jolly
Come on,
Jokes.
Governor, what do you got for me today?
Right, here we go. Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Why?
They don't have any guts.
Rahim, what do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta.
No!
Yeah, I agree with you.
Here's another one. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Don't know, Raheem.
It was too tired.
What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? Frostbite.
Terrible.
That's definitely a cracker joke, that one. Crackers. For people that don't know what crackers are, that's what we have at birthday parties or Christmas or whatever, with the it's like a tube that you pull apart and it goes bang, and inside you get some kind of little gift, usually a cheap little toy of some sorts, a party hat, and some kind of joke. It's definitely one of those.
It's definitely a cracker one. Talking about cracker jokes, here's one for you. Why did the golfer bring 2 pair of pants?
No idea.
In case he got a hole in one. That one made me laugh, I have to say. Bit sad, but it made me laugh.
That's actually quite funny. What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing. They just waved.
Waved and waved. Got it. How do you organize a space party?
No idea.
You plan it.
Of course. Planet. But how do you plan it? Mars, Mercury, Venus? Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing.
Embarrassed.
A bit embarrassed.
I see. Got it. Yeah, salad dressing. Bit naughty, that one. Here's one for you. What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Not my cheese.
Nacho cheese.
What? Don't get that one.
Don't get that one. Don't get that one at all. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese.
Nacho.
Nacho. Not your cheese. Not your cheese.
If you say it
Got
quickly,
it.
with an American accent, nacho cheese.
Nacho
Nacho cheese,
cheese.
man.
Nacho cheese. There you go. We got it. Right, what's next? Word goblins.
Goblins.
Yes.
Goodness me. We've got something that a lot of people are going to get on board with this one. You either like it or you hate it, depending on which side of the fence you are. Are you a traditionalist, or are you, I don't know, what would you call it? New wave? I don't know.
Traditionalist or the new wave? Yeah, okay, yeah, that works. That works. Right, so the word gobbling is silent letters. Oh, why? Why do we have silent letters in the English language? Oh, goodness me.
So silent, they
That's right.
appear in lots of different words, don't they? I mean, it's kind of a characteristic of the English language. I guess it's one of the reasons why we have spelling bees as well. You know, the competitions for spelling, and why we spend endless hours and hours and hours at school learning to spell. Anyway.
Receipt. Now, the P is silent. So many of my students, they do say recipe instead of receipt because they just, for some reason, they want to pronounce the P. So they read it very quick as in recipe, but it's not recipe, it's receipt. The P is silent. Receipт.
Indeed. Island. Island. The S is silent.
I know, right? Hour. Now, that has a vowel sound, but it starts with an H. H-O-U-R. Hour.
Do you pronounce it hour or hour?
Personally, hour. Hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Hour.
Hour. 1 hour. Or
Hour.
1 hour.
1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour.
I suppose both. It got with a bit of the W in there. So.
It's a good point that we're on this one, actually, because when I'm teaching when to use a or an, it's because students do get this wrong because they know the rule, a consonant sound and a vowel sound. So if it's consonant sound, it's a. But on this occasion, our, the H is silent. It's an because it's a vowel sound.
Indeed. Yes. Next one. Psychology. Psychology. You would think that begins with an S, but no, it begins with a P. P-S-Y, so the P is silent.
Ooh, this is a good one. Subtle. Subtle. There's a B in subtle. Can you believe it? Yes. S-U-B-T-L-E. Subtle. The B is silent.
The B is indeed silent and subtle. Chaos. Chaos. We've got an H in there. K, k. We start with a K sound, but we have chaos. C-H-A-O-S. Okay, not chaos or chaos. Chaos.
Yeah, that's a confusing one, I have to say. It's quite chaotic, if you could say. Chaos. Causes a lot of chaos, trying to spell chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one is... yeah. Next one is doubt. Doubt. I doubt it. D-O-U-B-T. That's right. The B is silent.
And the last one for now, autumn. Autumn. A-U-T-U-M-N. Now, why on earth would you put an N on the end of that? Well, why just leave it with an M? It's absolutely crazy. Why put a letter when you don't need to pronounce it? And it's right at the end, so nobody's ever going to pronounce it anyway. Crazy.
It's true. It's true. Well, I mean, I can kind of give you an explanation of
go
why
on,
we
go
have
on,
these
Rahim. I need to know.
letters in the English language. Right, here we go. English has borrowed extensively from other languages. Okay, we steal rather than borrow, I reckon. We steal words like Latin, French, and Greek. Sometimes when words are adopted from these languages, their original spelling is retained, even if some letters are no longer pronounced in English. For example, the K in night and the B in debt. They all came from their Old English or French origins. Over time, the pronunciation of words can change while their spelling remains the same. This can lead to the emergence of silent letters. For instance, in words like knee and knock, the K was once pronounced but has become silent in the modern language.
So we used to say knee and knock.
Yep.
Goodness me.
Knock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's actually the beauty of English, where it's constantly developing, constantly changing, evolving over time. When English spelling was standardized, often during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, spellings were codified based on the pronunciation at the time. Okay. However, pronunciations change over time while the spelling remains the same.
In fact, that's one of the things that happens even nowadays. You travel around the UK, or you'll hear people pronouncing words in different ways. Yes, and tomato, tomato.
Yeah, I mean, as an example, gonna. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm going to. It's eventually that's gonna hit. That's gonna go into the dictionary if it's not already in the dictionary. Gonna.
I'm gonna go.
It's how we, it's when we speak, we like to we like to sort of economize our words, make it quicker, make it faster in speaking, and sometimes colorful, and it can be quite funny, quite entertaining, changing a word around a little bit, but still having the same sense. Yeah. So basically, overall, silent letters in English words are a result of the language complex history, borrowing from various languages, changes in pronunciation over time, and the process of standardization. While they may seem confusing, they often provide insight into the historical development and linguistic richness of the English language. So there you go, Roger.
So we're richer for the fact that we have silent letters that we do not need.
It's one way of thinking about it, yes.
I just think it's crazy, and we should just change.
Yes.
But the traditionalists, the people who really like the language and the old etymology of the language and what have you, it's I mean, you can keep some traditions and keep the lineage of what has happened and what has developed over time. I mean, sort of UK history is long and it's changed a lot over the time, hasn't it? As has history of Italy and the Greeks and the Spanish and everybody, basically. So it's part of the way we can trace what has happened in the past through language.
It's one way. It's one way we can trace. Exactly.
Can we just put them...
silent letters.
Can we just throw them away, though?
I would like to throw them away too, but then you lose that sort of, the richness of the English language, the history of the English language. It's what makes it annoying, but yet beautiful in a way. Right, guess what? It's tongue twister time. Exactly. Tongue twister time. So today we have not practiced the tongue twisters. We have just researched them, okay, to go with our phenomenal phoneme, the sh. So, it's a bit scary, but here we go. I've got one. Here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashells. No, I got it wrong at the end.
Do you slow as well?
I'm sure she's... I know. Let me repeat the last line, thank you. I'm sure she sells seashore shells. God,
do you want to try it a little bit quicker? Or do you want me to have a go first? Let's try.
Go on, have a go.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells. There we go. Wrong already. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells oh, goodness, I can't even get past the second line. The shells slow it down. Are surely seashells. So if she sells... No. But so if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
That's why they're called tongue twisters. It's terrible. Right, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one we have to repeat 3 times. It's a sentence called oh God, I can't even do it one time. Right, 6 sharp smart sharks. 6 sharp smart sharks. 6 sharp smart sharks. I think I did it.
Yeah, I think you did. Well done. 6 sharp smart sharks. 6 sharp smart sharks. 6 sharp smart sharks. Yeah, almost.
Yes, well done.
Almost.
Right at the end.
I like this one.
Okay.
I don't know whether we're supposed to repeat it more than once. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets.
Let me try that one. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets. Oh. Silly sheep... silly sheep... No, I've got it. Right, come on. Calm down. Zen. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets. Silly sheep sleep soundly on soft sheets.
I get there in the end. Actually, that's easier than I thought it was. But you've got to concentrate, though. You've got to concentrate. Do we want to try one more?
Go on then. Let's do. Okay. Okay. Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped sweets. What? Let's try that again. Shep. Oh gosh. Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped sheeps. No, I can't do that one.
Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped sweets. But I think that last word should change, though. I think we should have something like shells. Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped shells.
Shelves? Yeah, why not shelves?
Or shells.
Or shells. Yeah,
Shells.
shells.
Yes.
Even better.
Go on then, have a go.
Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped shells.
That was way too slow, right?
Low. Okay,
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Shep should... Okay, yeah. Like a little mouse. Shep should show Sean some sheep-shaped
shells.
Oh, I can't do it. Shells! All right, okay. Here's another one. Shelley's shop sells shiny shells by the seashore.
She does indeed. Have you bought any of them?
No, I haven't actually. Then I'm waiting for them to go on discount. Tongue twisters. Always a good one to end on. Okay, thanks for joining us on our phonetics journey. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep having fun with language. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonderful world of sounds.
Yes, and don't forget to follow us on our social media sites on Facebook and on Instagram. And of course, we have our website, myenglishphonetics.com. Just go there and leave us a message. Let us know what you'd like us to cover on these podcasts. If there's something in particular, some weird or some strange thing, or maybe you've got a bit of difficulty with pronunciation or something. That's what we're here for. So get in touch with us. Give us a go of your tongue twisters as well. Have a go at some of these tongue twisters. You'll find them on the social media because we're posting them on in Facebook and Instagram. So respond to this. Send us a DM with your trials, and maybe in a future episode we're going to play some of them and listen to your tongue twisters. See if you're any better than us. I'm sure you are.
Yeah, exactly. So just to repeat, our website is myenglishphonetics.com, and our Facebook and Instagram are at myenglishphonetics. That's at myenglishphonetics.
It is ours, but it's also mine.
Okay. It is ours. Exactly. Mine, yours, ours. Yes.
All right. So it's goodbye from Rahim.
And it's goodbye from Roger. Right. See you later, guys. Bye.